She. Hello.
We are ready to get started. May I request everyone from MCCI to please help those who are still entering the auditorium to please let them in and settle down. Please welcome the guests. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Maratha Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture, I, Madhura, warmly welcome each one of you to MCCI Edu Fest 2020.
And we have run batches after batches and will continue to do that. Last but not the least, there is this MSME helpline. So it's a pretty simple thing, an interesting one. Anyone from Maharashtra, we started 3 months ago, sir. Anyone from Maharashtra can make us a call, talk to us in Marathi, Hindi, English, whatever, and ask a question on any of those areas or other areas. Other than production for them or selling for them, we would help you in anything that you'd want. So how does this work? Somebody calls us from all the way from Bhandara. If we have the answer already, one of the 4 or 5 people who pick up the phone give. 80% of the time, we don't have the answer. Within 24 hours, we have a 30 people. We tell them, as long as they're wearing their full shirt, right? They can get from their home, they can do the call, and they'll get on the video call, and they will do the conversation. And we pay the 30 experts per call. And this, we have done 650s last month's data, about 750 plus now. Every month, we are doing 300 now. And by end of the year, we would make sure that every month we are helping 1,000 MSMEs from currently 26 districts of Maharashtra. Will reach every district of Maharashtra. 4 other states also called up. We are not advertised. We do not advertise this. We only send it on WhatsApp that this is happening. And all of this happens at our cost. Couple of joint secretaries asked us from Government of India and Secretary Government of Maharashtra also that we will fund it. I said, for now, we are very happy to do it ourselves because we would want to make it so good that it's ready to be replicated. Very proud to tell you, sir, Government of India also circulated internal note saying that this is something worthy of replicating in every state. So the next couple of months will make it as good to be able to get replicated in other states as well. So this is something that we're very, very proud of. And all this is thanks to what you all are as part of MCCI. Thank you. There's a whole lot that happens at MCCI, but now and today is not the time because we need to hear the dignitaries. Very quickly, some interactions that happen. We told Honorable Chief Minister when we met him last month, helpline, he'll be coming here to launch it sometime soon, so that till then it's a pilot mode and he would formally launch it. We talked with the CEO of Niti Ayog, and he mentioned that he had a plan for the Mumbai, Vishakhapatnam, and a couple other cities. Why not Pune? He announced in the speech itself this action. Then, when of Maharashtra, on occasions, Government of India secretaries are setting up the new policies when they want to hear from the industry. They come quite often and interact with companies, industries here. Additional Chief Secretary Transport came to listen to the industry, take their feedback for the new EV policy. This happened a month ago. Some glimpses. Secretary Industry, Government of Maharashtra was here 2-3 weeks ago, and he conducted a meeting of entire Government of Maharashtra Industries Department from here. The MOUs that get signed at Davos actually get implemented here, isn't it? Because 30% of all the investment comes in Maharashtra. More than 30% of all investment in Maharashtra comes to Pune district. This is interesting. 30% of, this is statistic data. You can Google it, get it from Government of India. 29% to be fair, to be precise. 29% of all the investment comes to Maharashtra. More than 30% comes to Pune district. A chamber that's been serving for 90 years, 3,000 companies. These meetings happen here in terms of getting it implemented. And that's the glimpse of what's happening here. We could not arrange any snow here, but the investments are kind of fructifying is all that we would want to tell you. Lots of diplomats. In a year, we get about 25 diplomats, sir. Consul generals, ambassadors, and interact with them, talk to them about what we can do with each other. I think there's a whole lot, but I'm very keen to kind of stop it there because, as I mentioned, I'm as keen to listen to them as you are. Thank you so much for coming here. That's okay. Claps won't cost anything, so it's all right. That's fine. Thank you. After me, we would also hear the chairperson of the committee, Mr. Bharat Agarwal, chairman of MCCI's Higher Education and Skill Development Committee, would talk about the day, the concept, the background, etc. So I will kind of avoid it. I'll hand it over to my colleague to take the program forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request Mr. Bharat Agarwal to please present the opening remarks?
A very warm welcome, sir. Dr. Sitaraman, Chairman AICT, Dr. Gosavi. Although you, from a distant point of view, may not be far away, but I'm sure from the road divergence point of view, there is quite an amount of travel you would. A warm welcome to today's event, sir. It's an honor for our chamber and our city to host both of you over here. I think this is an important event, although I would love to see much larger audience to this event than what it is today. But whenever we talk in circles, small, large, we talk about industry-academia interactions and how they need to be further enhanced than today. In fact, Prashant sir, I just saw the slide on the wonderful work that Maratha Chamber is doing to help MSMEs reach out for 8 of the business sort of services that they can avail, which was appreciated by one and all. I do dream one day, if they want to interact with any academia, that can be also put on as a service over here. And any industry can call up the chamber helpline, and they can talk to any college representative that they wish to from Pune. You see, industry academia interaction, this is, I think, the third or the fourth event that I'm speaking on. And I was thinking last evening that what should I talk more on the opening remarks? And I come back to the own original content that I spoke last year, which I also spoke last year, and which I also spoke last year. It's unfortunate that I have to be consistent over here because although I should say that there have been good good amount of activities that happened on this front from academia and from industries, but the scale at which India operates, the scale at which Pune operates, and the amount of activities that are happening on this effort are too minuscule. Um, we spoke about it last year. Jobs is something that, of course, is one reason why, for many years, industries come on campus for institutes, engineering colleges, architecture colleges, pharmacy colleges. Now, a lot of more work is happening already between industry academia in terms of projects, internships, and I'm sure very soon a lot of research work will be outsourced by industries to academia and so on. Um, while all this is happening, it still needs a large scale up. And for this large scale up to happen, what is preventing it from happening is what also I was wondering. Uh, one was structure. I think Dr. Dosavi is here, and I'm sure he will point out more things about the structural part of the curriculum content that our institutes teach. But there are large, many number of autonomous colleges in our city, in our state, in our country than before. There are large number of private and deemed universities again, which are larger than before, and they are more or less more equipped to decide their content, curriculum structure. They can be flexible to a student's or a batch's need. They can be flexible to a industry's need. And I, on behalf of all of them, myself being some sort of academician, on behalf of all academic institutes, would like to say to the industry people over there that we are flexible, we are wanting to change. थोड़ा सा ड्राइव और थोड़ा सा पुश हमें आपके साइड से चाहिए था. And I request you all to please do that. I give this context every time, but I am forced to repeat it. I am a supplier to Bajaj Auto, Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra of aluminum parts. जब हम अच्छे से काम नहीं करते हैं तो बजाज टाटा महिंद्रा हमें मार पीट कर काम करवाता है हमसे. वैसे in that same manner, maybe a bit softer version though, you all may be pushing us as academia, means from the industry side, to change and to modify our content, to modify the way we teach, and be more flexible in the way we are entirely organized to cater to you. From the industry side, I have only one request, that please invest your time and efforts into this activity of engaging with academia. This is like an R&D activity. R&D का एक software version होता है trial and error. So there are chances that you may work with some institute, you may work with a group of students of an institute. It may not give you any results. You may receive success one year, you may not receive success the next year. Continue this effort, because when we want to replicate models of China, when we want to replicate models of Germany in India, US in India, I'm sure they have gone through their own phase of this AICT policy about recruiting people or recruiting industries to come forward, associate with AICT, and in a larger way in which where FDPs would be conducted by the industries, by the institutes. I'm sure he will also add that in his talk. AICT is also now pushing up a policy where industries are now getting an opportunity to throw up internships in a common government system, a portal, to institute students from different institutes. The point is that the government by itself is also now very much aware of this higher need of interaction between industries and academia. See, there is a income tax department that forces us to make the 2% contribution of our profits. वैसा करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए. The policy is towards enabling us to collaborate with each other. Tomorrow it is very easy for MC or from our AICT to say कि आपने क्या इंटरेक्शन किया है बताओ, उसी के हिसाब से हम अगले साल का अप्रूवल आपको देंगे या आपको हम कुछ इनकम टैक्स बेनिफिट्स देंगे और व्हाटएवर. So let this not be a force. अभी तक सॉफ्ट है, अभी तक पॉलिसी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दे आर वांटिंग टू सपोर्ट अस. Let us take a step from our side forward and try to engage with each other. I think Maratha Chamber is a very, very big, huge platform for Pune to make this enable. There are various ways in which the chamber itself leads activities of engagement between the two parties. I just request you all to try talk to each other in this forum and think beyond jobs. Jobs is an eventual output. Let's start engaging with each other on the curriculum front, content front, FDP fronts, projects, internships, and so many other things. Sirs, we are very eager to hear both of you. I, on behalf of the chamber, would like to thank you once again for attending this event. Before I leave, I don't know, I'm not going to speak for the entire day. So it is my duty to appreciate the team of the chamber over here who have actually worked the entire event out. So my appreciation to Prashant, I don't know where he's around, but Prashant and his team, they have put this all together. So appreciation to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your insights and for your support to MCCI vision and initiatives. Next, I invite Professor Dr. Suresh Gosavi, Vice Chancellor of Savitribai Phule Pune University, to deliver his address.
Namaskar, good morning, and welcome to this MCCI Industry Academia Meet, which is being organized at MCCI Hall. It's always pleasure to share the dais with Professor T.G. Sitaram, the chief guest of this today's function. Then we have Bharatji and also Prashantji, other dignitaries in the hall, and dear friends. I represent second largest university in the state of Maharashtra with 1,200 institute affiliated with us and 750,000 students. And since it talks about academia industry meet, and the National Education Policy 2020 has now come up with the age where we need to really, in true sense, come together and see what is the exact need of the industry and how do we train our own students. As we know that the entire country is going through energy, AI, ML, and digital transformation. And Pune being an education hub, IT hub, auto hub, and now gaining the new identity as biodesign and bioengineering hub. And in that particular sense, okay, like how the industry and the academia comes together and sets their tone for the students to make they are ready for the industry need. And from that perspective, when I look at the 750,000 students, okay, like how they will get a job. And from that perspective, when we ourselves look at, okay, how the industry is revolving, now we are talking about Industry 4.0. And when I look at myself that, okay, like how the semiconductor industry is changing, it's with the time. The entire technology changes in 2 years. And when I set my syllabus, okay, syllabus is made for 4 years. So we have to change with the time. So we have to change every 2 years that, okay, my syllabus is up to the mark. So that flexibility is always given by the policy maker. Okay, as implementation of the policy, we have to change ourselves. And instead of looking at them, okay, whether they will circulate the new, guidelines, okay, we have to change ourselves. And that's the, I think, take-home message that when we are meeting together here, okay? Another aspect which I look at this MCCI and industry academia coming together, as a education system, okay, I always look at the technology which we wanted to give to the society. I name it as appropriate technology. Appropriate technology where people matter. So I'm paying my attention more on education on the technology where the technology numerically is not important. Okay, I need to understand the philosophy of a technology, and from that perspective, I had to look at it. Okay, where an individual who is involved in this particular technology. Okay, so the duty of every individual, along with individual, pays his or her best interest in protecting the society and the environment. It gives good things to the society and it benefits society as a whole. And from that perspective, how the academia and industry come together and make something which is really needed to the society. So when I'm saying this technology, appropriate technology, where we need to really study the technology simultaneously, its societal perspective and long-term process impact and change on the in the desired direction. So when I'm saying desired direction, so especially those who are working in the technology in 12th science, everyone has learned velocity, vector is the direction, velocity is the speed, and time. And the first example I would like to mention here, anything from home and get the plastic bag at home. But now when we look at
His prestigious positions, including chairman of several key boards, and is currently a council member at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Sir, I invite you to please address the audience.
Namaskar. Very good morning to all of you. Professor Suresh Gosavi, Vice Chancellor, SPPU, Mr. Bharat Agarwal, Chairman, MCCIA, Higher Education and Skill Development, Mr. Prashant Girbane, Director General, MCCIA, Dr. Satya Menon from Blue Ocean. I met him last month in AICTE, and all the distinguished industrialists, entrepreneurs, academicians, because it's a industry meets academia, and also the beautiful title Magic Happens. So I'm very happy to be here today in this city, Pune, which is with, and I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture for inviting me here. Very unique educational fest. And I see more number of industry people here than academicians, if I'm correct. See, education is about employment. See, earlier days, we used to go to Gurukula just to learn, I'm talking about 5,000, 7,000 years back, to get knowledge. But today, education means employment. So if you ask a college, what are you teaching? They'll say, sir, I have 100% placement. So it is employability, ladies and gentlemen. So automatically, when employability comes, today the way we are teaching with our kind of curriculum is no more relevant. It is more about skilling, upskilling, reskilling. With the disruption of the way we even think, the way we work and way we live. So this is a time. At the same time, I want to tell you, don't need to be scared because it's a golden time. It's Amrut Kal. Whatever we touch will happen golden. Next generation higher education reforms and skill development strategy for us is not only timely but also critical as we stand at the crossroads of disruption and transformation. So we have passed 5 years back. In month of July, we will be completing 5 years after implementing national education policy. It's a phenomenal document, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is not just India, the whole world is looking at it. The NEP 2020, we maybe some states are debating, but let me tell you, it is such a 65 or 60 pages document. It covers everything what to be done in a correct way. If you have not read it, please read it. Why? Because it's only 60 pages. It's very, very important document and very eloquently written. And congratulations to all the people who have contributed to that. And I think this is a time we can say that is our agenda. Implementation of national education policy should be our agenda. What is this NEP? NEP centers around students' development. Entire thing is around students. How to make them not only skilled, how to make them entrepreneur, startup creator. So we want our kids to creator of jobs, and it's about employability than seeking for jobs. So I think many of you of my age are also here. That is 60. I can tell you in our time, we all joined engineering, particularly myself in civil engineering, because I wanted to join PWD. All of you know that. And this is the city where Saram Visheshwaraya, who came from Mudenhalli and did his engineering in College of Engineering, Pune, one of the oldest college. He did a phenomenal job as an engineer, and today we still remember his contributions to the whole world, not just India. That's where he studied here for his engineering degree. Not very far away from here, it is the College of Engineering, Pune, and Bengal College of Engineering, which is today IEST, and then Thompson College of Engineering, which today is IIT Roorkee. And COEP has become an university now. It's the government state university. So very important, ladies and gentlemen, that any national education policy, a landmark reform, laid the foundation for this integration, emphasizing flexibility, experiential learning, self-learning, peer learning, collaborative learning. I will repeat this again. Self-learning, peer learning, collaborative learning, experiential learning, And then more importantly, NEP emphasizes on digital technology learning. If you look at one chapter, one section is there on digital technologies, how to use this. And Gosavi sir talked about, we have 30 universities in Pune. Oh, that's why we are going to other country. I'll tell you, you require 60 universities. I'm not joking. I will give you the statistics. Today, we are at 4.33 crore children in higher education at gross enrollment ratio of 28.3 or 29%. When we got independence, 1% of our class 12 students, watch my word, gross enrollment ratio at 1947 was 1%. GER. So how did we grow to 29? We grew in the 2001, we were at 11%. 2025, we are at 29%. That means we grew in 25 years, 18%. National education policy emphasizes GER, we should touch 50% to become a Vikasit Bharat. And most of the developed nation in the world has crossed 65% GER in higher education. Japan, 65%. America, 75%. Smaller countries like Israel, South Korea, 95% GER. That means all kids who class 12 pass karega, oh, they'll go to universities. So our own years, 22%. Imagine now. We didn't do that in 25 years. So to do this, we need how many universities? That means another 4 crore children are going to come to universities now. Are the students are there? I will come to that a little while. 4 crore students are going to come to higher education if you want to reach 50% GER by 2035. Another 4 crore children, where are we going to accommodate? This 1,200 universities, 45,000 colleges today we have, looks very big. It is already brimming with, you ask Professor Goswami, how many colleges he has? 700? 1,200 affiliated institutions. This is the only country having affiliated institutions, unfortunately. You go to Pakistan, a rogue country has no affiliation. It's a university, means a fully university, functional university. And we want to grow this number. We cannot build an university in 10 years. There is no way. I think all the experts will agree. Bharat is there, he has built the 25 year to convert from an engineering college to a university. 25 years. Brick and mortar, along with faculty and infrastructure, you require minimum 20 years. I also was a director of IIT Guwahati. I will tell you, we took 25 years to even come to the top NIR of 100. But today we are at top 9, top 8, and also in many other things happened during my time when I was there at IIT Guwahati. Okay, we started medical school also, many things, positive things we have done. So challenge is how to make GER 50%. It's only possible with technology adoption. Distance education, digital education, collaborative, what do you call, blended education. Otherwise, there is no way we can build universities and accommodate these kids. So if you just in elementary school education, gross enrollment ratio in GER, in elementary school education in 2015, we reached close to 94%. You can Google it. Okay, and higher education data also tells you 94% of our kids, thanks to Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and many midday meal schemes, Akshay Patras, many of those has contributed to this. Okay, of the government initiatives, state, central, everybody has contributed, because education is a subject of both state and central. So this number, what we are talking about, 94%, that means class 1 May, imagine 2015, the student was in class 1. And we never failed anybody. All promotion up to 10th class. Only recently, school education has woken up and said we should retain some people at class 6, 7, 8, and 9. Up to 6 we can promote. Okay. Till that we were simply promoting. So they are all in 10th class, ladies and gentlemen. In 2025, they will all come to university. Where are these universities? That's why I said, sir, With your kind permission, you start many more centers in Pune than in than in the many programs, many new universities here we require, because there is going to be a flurry of students coming to higher education. But again, coming back to the higher education is not the only one which will survive and make them employed. That is the topic of today. Industry, academia, interaction. Skilling is very critical, ladies and gentlemen. But to that too, I will just tell you about the story of artificial intelligence. I just presented one book is Unlocking the Potential of Engineering Education. I will talk about it in a little while. Presented to Professor Gosavi, which is a Amazon bestseller. You can take a look at it. It's my authored that book. It's about 250 pages. And another book I wrote is The Road Ahead 2.0. I think many of you might have read Road Ahead by Bill Gates in 1995. So I joined with one of my co-authors, Yogi, who was a Microsoft former leadership role. We both together wrote this book. Almost 8 months we spent, much before all this disruption you heard about AI. Okay, early 2024. So this Road Ahead 2.0 is, see, Road Ahead by Bill Gates was in 1995, that book. When WWW came, World Wide Web, and email came, not Gmail, Hotmail. Many of you might still have Hotmail and Yahoo mails. Okay, Gmail only came in 2004. So at that time, how technology is going to disrupt the world he has written. Whatever he has written has become true in 25 years. He said 25 years, he also recently visited India. He talked about how the disruption has happened. And I'm telling you, with our AI book, what we have written, 2 books it is, which is in Amazon, Road Ahead 2.0, Professor Sitaram. You can search, you will get it. What I'm saying, in 10 years, this is going to disrupt the entire, not just India, the whole world. Even beauticians will be using AI. The lowest of the lot. How to do makeup will be learned from artificial intelligence. And it will be a perfect one, because AI, artificial intelligence, nothing artificial about it, ladies and gentlemen. See, I started my research work in artificial intelligence using artificial neural networks, support vector machines, deep learning, early 2000 with my research students at IISc Bangalore. But that time we were thinking only artificial intelligence. But today I will tell you this is nothing artificial about it. This is augmented intelligence. I even say one step ahead, it's called crowd intelligence. That means if you are Einstein is sitting here with an IQ of 155, ChatGPT has already broken that record, and it is better IQ than Einstein. In 10 years, IQ of these machines will be 10 times more than Einstein's IQ. That means even an average person can become highly intelligent if you adopt to AI. If you use that appropriately, in right way, this augmented intelligence, because it's a crowd intelligence. All of our intelligence is put together in one place and tells you what best you can do. Example to learn is, I asked when I joined AICT to write a poem about AICT. All of you know, poets, artist, musician, skills cannot be acquired. It has to come through your genes. Or you have to slog with a guru for 15 years. Sit with him every day, whatever he says you do. Whether it is learning tabla or a music or a dance or drawing a sketch. It is not easy. You have to slog as a human being, because your intelligence is only that level. But these machines are doing in what time? You have done Ghiblis, all of you, you've used Ghiblis, artist. And as I told you, the poem I asked ChatGPT, 22 seconds, beautiful poem covering the entire activities of AICTE. What AICTE does in skilling, what it does in employability, what it does in supporting institutions, students, faculty, all that covered in 4 stanzas, 4 lines each, beautifully in 22 seconds. I was not very happy. I said, do this in Hindi. हिंदी में ChatGPT को हिंदी भी जानता है. Hindi poem came in 20 seconds. And I am from Karnataka. I love Kannada because I studied up to 10th class Kannada medium. And my hometown is literary giants have come from a small place called Talaku. And I asked in Kannada, 20 seconds. Kannada poem was also there, explaining what AICT does. So easily to understand. So language also it can cover. This is mind-boggling, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what I want to tell you today. ChatGPT can compose music. No copying. No plagiarism. Original. And simple thing is, I'll tell you, however intelligent you are, you ask you to write a letter to your college principal, either in Marathi or in English, you will be faltering. क्या लिखना है? Because लिखने का आदत चले गया है. We don't even know how to write. But ChatGPT writes a beautiful letter in 10 seconds. Then, another 30 seconds you can put and edit that and give it as if it is yours, but it means you have to own it, ladies and gentlemen. You need to adopt it. That is the beauty of this technology. I know we only started with negative of the AI tools, because the first thing when we heard is Anil Kapoor went on a case that somebody has deep fake on his video. He won the case also. So that means any technology for that matter has pros and cons, has positive and negative side of it. It is all with us. That's why it's very important for us to teach our young people today in the universities on the ethics of usage of AI, integrity of, and what you have written, what ChatGPT has written, you have to distinguish itself, understand itself, and own it. So it's very important. So what is AICT is doing it, because I have to tell you as a chairman of AICT, All India Council for Technical Education, we firmly believe that reforms and strategies shaping the future of higher education must emerge from grassroots level. It should happen with students. For me, grassroots level is students. Because I only administer the professional courses, almost 14,000 institutions, maybe average 10 programs, 140,000 programs we accredit every year. So the real needs and aspiration of our youth needs to be understood. We need to guide them. So universal human values is also very important, not just about technological introduction to them. That's why we have made our induction program mandatory, wherein we even teach yoga, meditation, and okay? And he did mention it. What is about, we are very proud at that time, vaccinations are done. We have manufactured vaccine, and Pune city is doing one and Hyderabad is the other one. But what is most important, what became successful for us is our Honorable Prime Minister gave it to 85 countries free of cost. That goodwill today, ladies and gentlemen, is actually putting India on the top today. You go with Indian passport, there is a value. When I went, they were treating like criminals in 87. There was no phone also, there was no, it was okay. And our airports were all with only flush with a lot of mosquitoes. In the Bangalore airport, some of you were from Bangalore, you will know. It was an old airport, not even accessible. There was no place to sit. So, but today, even in infrastructure, we have done exceedingly well. This is all because of our innovation in digital public infrastructure. So let me give you one simple example to understand the entire DPI, what it has created. Two things I will tell you. One is this QR code. Through this UPIs, we have redefined literacy, financial literacy at least. A person who doesn't know how to write, how to read, how to even sign, today puts a QR code and does business with you. And it directly goes to his bank account. No middleman, no filtrage. And this is one of the best. 45% of digital transactions, UPI transactions happens, what happens in the world happens in India. And I was talking to Aadhaar CEO. He said, sir, I every day authenticate 6 crore authentications on Aadhaar. This is a mind-boggling numbers. So let's look at the even vaccinations. Assume that all of us have got 2.5 vaccination, not 3. Right? So that means 220, 30 crores vaccinations. What I'm talking about is digital public infrastructure. To Dr. Sitaram, you are the director, how did you face it? I then said, sir, entire hostels, everything was taken away by the district administrator, the COVID. And we managed well, it's all right, but we did lose a lot of friends, relatives in the second COVID. Then, he said, how did you do vaccination? And I said, okay. He also was very proud that America gave him 3 vaccination. He was carrying printed copies, color copies of the vaccine certification in his pocket. He showed me, you see, I'm very proud of that. I smilingly looked at him, opened my smartphone, opened my DigiLocker, showed him all the 3 certificates. He was shocked, shell shocked. I'm not joking. He said, that's the kind of digital public infrastructure what we have created, ladies and gentlemen, in India, for a population of 140 crore. Look at the toll collection. I can go Shman Bharat, okay? Jan Dhan account and UPI transactions. You name it. Because of this, a lot of transparency has come, a lot of wealth is generated, and our highways are fantastic. Today, it's much better than many of the American highways. I've driven from East Coast to West Coast, let me tell you, in America. I'm not ready yet. But here our roads are good. I was traveling in Uttar Pradesh. 15 years back, what I traveled on those roads, and this today is amazing because I went to have a dubki during Mahakumbh. It's a mind-boggling, ladies and gentlemen. The Mahakumbh, I compare AI disruption to Mahakumbh. In my book, actually, we have correlated to Mahakumbh. What really transpired? You look at what did people do in Mahakumbh? Tell me. Look at their belief. Simply went to all the way wherever they are from. One family came from America in their own jet from America. They're rich people. They came in jet, landed in Bangalore, and then took another jet to Allahabad, another helicopter to Sangam. From Sangam, they could not, they have to take a scooter and go. They were piggy riding because such a kind of thing. What did we do at the end of all of us? Went to Sangam, took a dubki for 5 minutes. For all these activities, only for 5 minutes having a dubki at Sangam. Such a belief. That is what the strength of India, ladies and gentlemen. And all of us took dubki without religion. So why I'm saying this? Vikasit Bharat is no more a dream, ladies and gentlemen. It's a reality. And that reality comes from collaboration. That collaboration is here to talk about today, industry meets academia. I think very small elements of work, what we do at a lower level, including students, faculty, industry people, coming together, we can make transformations. Transformation should continue. We have not yet completed the job because look at the kind of growth in space technology. We are number 3 or number 4 in the world. And all of you know, I don't need to repeat the story of Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, and all that we made cost lesser than a Hollywood movie. Okay? That's what this innovation is all about. So it's a world of innovation today, world of collaboration today. And the next is defense technologies. In the last 10 years, we became an importing country to an exporting country. 65 countries we are exporting our defense technologies. And look at iPhone production. It's a mind-boggling story. Similarly, atomic energy. I was in BARC for their foundation day last year. And I have never been because they don't allow you. And they took me as a chief guest, took me to all their reactors. It's phenomenal. Inside Baba Atomic Center, what has been developed in the last 75 years is mind-boggling, ladies and gentlemen. What really inspired me most there is not about energy, sustainable energy through atomic energy or nuclear energy, or creation of a bomb. What impressed me is the use of nuclear technologies for cancer treatment. Every hospital BARC supplies today the nuclear fissile. I think many of you may not know, when you go for a cancer treatment, it all comes from BARC only. They have the phenomenal, network. And then agricultural products. Life of our agriculture product is increased through nuclear technologies. It's happening. It is not a theory. And that kind of a technologies, why I mentioned these 3 other than the DPI. These are the 3. We had an embargo from the entire world for 75 years. Only Russians did some help for us. So that means all technology has been developed indigenously. So we still talk about Atmanirbhar, and we were hearing, oh, our startups are only doing service sectors, not so many. All of you know the reality story, but we have done exceedingly well as a young nation. And we need to change that narrative. And who are these people who have done these changes? That's one thing I want to come and close my talk. These people are what you yourself, all of us, even including me, call a second grade engineering college. उनको पास teachers नहीं है, infrastructure नहीं है. वही engineers are successfully creating this infrastructure for India. Not from IIT. IIT's number हम बताते हैं आपको. 15,000 graduates from 23 IITs every year. AICT approved colleges 1.5 million. That means they are less than 1%. उसमें 50% of them become deputy commissioner, district collectors, SPB. Another 25% goes to America. So we are left with only 25%. So those are the engineers who are working in ISRO, DRDO. And ask yourself, even all my IIT professors, if I ask them, where did you graduate? They will tell me, I did my MTech from IIT Madras, PhD from Carnegie Mellon, postdoc from MIT. Then I have to repeat my question, where did you graduate? They will tell, Vishwakarma College of Engineering. This is the narrative we need to change, ladies and gentlemen. This is real, actually. This is not fake. This is the real. This we need to change the narrative that our engineering education through AICTE, since 87, we have produced 3 crore engineers. They are omnipresent today. They are omnipresent in the world with only 28% gross enrollment ratio. If you assume that it will become 50% by 2035, our engineers are only engineers everywhere in the world, because most of the countries aging society, they're all aged already. So this is where the future lies with India. Our future lies with Indian intelligent, young, aspiring, hungry. Okay, they have a fire in the belly. They all come from small village. You ask them, many of the engineering graduates coming from maybe small town. They will tell you Ahmednagar or someplace, second grade, third grade, even smaller than that. Okay, so even I come from a very small Kugrama, I call in Kannada. Kugrama. Kugrama is very smallest of the smallest. So believe in our youngsters, and maybe we need to guide them definitely, push them into positively looking at things that they can do, dream big. So with these words, a lot of portals we have created for this employability. AICTE Career Portal is one of the largest in the world. Please look at that. Okay, we have 7 lakh employers. We have only created 3 months back with a unicorn. Okay, and then we have an internship portal. We have made mandatory internship now, AICTE. 75,000 companies are there in my internship portal. 50 lakh internship we've already given. This is not the same internship Honorable Prime Minister has announced. That is different. That is Ministry of Commerce is doing. Aap kar rahe. Okay, but I am talking about the AICTE internship portal. Okay, similarly for skilling, we have a National Education Alliance for Technology. 100 tech companies on our portal. NEAT, this is not double NET. National Education Alliance for Technology. NEET portal has 100 edutech companies with more than 4 or 5 products. So all of these are actually to empower our young people to become skilled and upskilled and reskilled continuously. And thanks to NEP, continuous learning is mandatory for not just students, for all of us as well. So we need to upskill, reskill ourselves continuously. With this word, thank you very much for listening. I also call upon MCCIA to continue being a catalyst in this journey, because you have a very good team and very successful people are there in this city of Pune, industrialists, facilitating knowledge exchange, incubation linkages, and industry research tie-ups. Research mandatory in every college now. They have to have R&D cell. Last year, we made Institute Innovation Council mandatory. I'm very happy to tell you 14,800 institutions today have Institute Innovation Councils. And the whole thing is driven by one of my colleagues. He is also again from this city, Abhay Jhere, Vice Chairman of AICTE, Institute Innovation Council.
taken care of. We'll start in a moment.
नाही, पण सकाळी चाललं होतं प्रॉपरली स्क्रीन. सकाळी चाललं पण आता चालत नाही. कॉपी केलं होतं सकाळी पण डायरेक्ट फाईल कॉपी करा ना पेन ड्राईव्ह. नाही ना, कॉपी केलेली पण चालत नाही. सरांचा
Apologies for the delay due to the tech issue. We are ready to begin the next session. May I invite on stage Dr. Satya Menon, Group CEO of Blue Ocean Corporation, to share his invaluable insights with us on the topic encouraging skill development in India. Sir, over to you.
And an honor to be here, what we call it Oxford of East. So that topic given to me today is Skill India, how to improve the skill development programs in India. This is a very apt theme by MCCA, industry and academia cohesion, how it can power India forward. So let me give you a background about myself. I was in the industry. I was heading a 4,500 crore business before. Then I shifted to academia. My core area is supply chain. I've been, I think last 30 years, I have been a practicing supply chain professional. Out of which 27 years, I was away from India. I've traveled around the world. I've seen things, set up distribution networks, source products. So when I shifted from the business to teaching, people said, he is crazy. Who leaves such a top position in a job and start training people? So 25 years ago, I started teaching people because I felt there was a need for people in the industry to understand how the world works. Like I said, I was heading the business unit, but I don't have any experience in sales. So throughout my life, I was in supply chain. So when I was given the opportunity of heading the sales, heading the business, people thought I will fail. But the very first year in the business, I was able to double the business. So I went to collect the award in Singapore. They said, from Japanese company, from Panasonic. They said, we know you as a supply chain professional. You started sales, means I was heading the entire business unit, how we are able to double the business? I said, it's because of the knowledge in supply chain. So ladies and gentlemen, it is the supply chain that moves the world. The Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat. So he said, why are you here in India? Just answer me in one sentence. So I said, I am in India to change the supply chain landscape of India. So India currently is, people started talking about supply chain management. You have e-commerce logistics, all of us are aware about Amazons and Flipkarts and Zeptos. We have event logistics, cold chain. Okay, these are all green logistics. So these are all new innovative concepts which is coming in the West, which I'm sure will be getting adopted in India very soon. So this is evolution. So in the 1950s, it was all about transportation. Then came logistics. Then from 2000 onwards, we started talking about the logistics and supply chain. So it's not about the